A very good evening to everyone. My name is Selvi and my matrix number is 178830. Today we are going to actually discuss about this case where the case study sounds like what will happen if the cow ate 500 gram fertilizer grade urea. So throughout our discussion, we've come up with few objectives, which is we are being able to respond promptly to the given topics and discuss the topic fluently. Where everyone in our group managed to come up with their own idea, and we divided the topics so that everyone can cooperate to produce a good report. And secondly, we are exposed to different kind of cases that we might encounter as future vets. For example, this cow eating the fertilizer is like something very different to us, where we've never heard of it before. And from this discussion also, we are actually exposed to few difficult words where we've never came across the words before. One of it is ruminal microbes, which means bacteria, protozoa, fungi, archaea and virus found in the reticulorumen of the rumen. And second is the crude protein, which means chemical analysis of food whereby the amount of nitrogen present used to estimate the amount of protein in the food. Third one is ruminotomy, surgical opening of the rumen by making the incision on the wall of the rumen. That's it for me, thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Ikmal Syami bin Adam. My matrix number is 178325. Okay, I would like to talk about the urea cycle. Actually, when ruminant eats the plant, the ammonia need to be converted to urea or uric acid, as urea and uric acid is less toxic than ammonium. So I will explain about the urea cycle. Urea cycle is also known as ornithine cycle, which is the cycle of biochemical reaction occur in many animals that produce ammonia. The cycle has 5 distinct places, 2 in mitochondria and 3 in cytoplasm. Okay. Organism usually cannot remove the ammonia easily, so it need to convert it to some other substance like uric acid, which is less toxic. The overall urea formation reaction is 2 ammonia plus 1 carbon dioxide plus 3 ATP will form urea, 1 water and 3 ADP. So and another equation is ammonia plus carbon dioxide plus aspartate plus 3 ATP and 2 H2O will form urea, fumarate, 2 ADP, 2 phosphate, 1 AMP and 1 phosphate.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Shazani Widya Ahmad and my matric number is 178014. So I'm gonna talk about ruminant digestive system. We know that cows is one of ruminant species, and they can convert roughage, which is unsuitable for man, into useful products. They have 3 preliminary compartments in its digestive system before their true stomach, which is reticulum, rumen and omasum. And the last part, which is called as true stomach, is the abomasum. So I'm going to talk about how the urea flows in cow's stomach. Urea, as we know that urea are very useful compounds. However, improperly fed and formulated of urea can be deadly poisonous to cows. Toxicity of urea were caused by excessive ammonia in their bloodstream. When urea reaches the rumen, it's rapidly converted into ammonia, but when large amounts of urea is consumed in short periods, then microbes can utilize the ammonia for synthesis of microbial protein as rapidly as it is produced. Quantity of ammonia absorbed by the ruminants is influenced by concentration of ammonia in rumen fluid and also the pH of the rumen fluid. The absorption of ammonia is more rapid when the rumen fluid is in alkaline state. So, how is the mechanism of urea utilization in the stomach of the cow? When urea from feed sources enters the rumen, it is rapidly dissolved and hydrolyzed to ammonia by bacterial urease, which is an enzyme. The ammonia then can be utilized by bacteria for synthesis of amino acid required for their growth. Protein synthesis within the rumen by microorganisms very closely associated of these organisms in breaking down of cellulose. For less soluble protein as zinc, process of ammonia liberation much less rapid and fairly large proportion of protein may pass through rumen to abomasum without being broken down. When ammonia produced too rapidly in rumen, it will absorb directly into the bloodstreams of the cow, reconverted to urea in the liver, and excreted through kidneys in the urine, as thus lost to the animal. However, there is a small amount of urea in the bloodstream and the other body fluid, so this urea will find its way to saliva and re-enter the rumen. Hi, good evening. My name is Siti Nur Aisyah bin Baharan, metric number 180577. I'll talk about the urea poisoning. Urea poisoning is one of the common suspected toxicities that happen in livestock. In this case, we'll talk about the cattle. So, actually, the urea is used as a source of non-protein, nitrogen and protein in feed supplements. But when the urea content is the excess than what the cattle needed, it will be poisonous as the protein becomes converted. The urea is converted into ammonia, and then the urea is converted back to as a urea in the liver and excreted in the kidney. This pathway can be overwhelmed when excess ammonia and the urea circulate in the body, causing poisoning. The causes of urea poisoning: excess consumption of urea, sudden introduction of high quantities of urea, irregular consumption of urea, wet supplement containing of urea separating out from the supplement after transport, remixed prior to feeding. Okay, thank you, that's all.
My name is Lim Yining and my metric number is 178225. I will tell you about the diagnosis and the treatment for the cow who ate at least 500 grams of urea fertilizer drip. Diagnosis right size, lesson, history of acute illness and dietary. For treatment, examination and treatment may be difficult because of violent behavior of the animal himself. Animals that are recumbent and moribund usually do not respond favorably to treatment. It's possible affected animals should be treated by ruminant infusion. That's all for me. Thank you. Not enough time.
Hello, my name is Mary Laura Comin and my matrix number is 178685. And I'm going to talk about the prevention of urea poisoning. First, urea should not be given to fasting or malnourished animals or those with damaged livers. And secondly, if urea is added to ruminant diets, it should be introduced gradually and increased to a safe level. And lastly, fertilizers and feeds containing urea should be stored, used and disposed of properly. That's all for my part. Thank you.